Hi there, students. Grit. If we say somebody's got grit, we mean that this is a person who perseveres despite difficulties, who carries on. So he showed his grit by continuing to play despite his injury. So grit can be a noun. It's usually uncountable. It can also be a verb, to grit. And we even have a related adjective, gritty. So if we say he has grit, he maintains determination and motivation over a period of time without stopping, without becoming disheartened, without giving in. Yeah, he has an indomitable spirit. I wish our Prime Minister had more true grit. I think there's a very old cowboy film called True Grit, so I think they persevere despite difficulties. If you say somebody's got grit, you're saying that you admire them. This is a compliment. Okay, we also have this phrase, to grit your teeth, to clench your teeth, to hold your teeth together, because you are feeling pain, you are feeling anger, you're feeling frustration. So he gritted his teeth while they relocated his dislocated shoulder. Yeah, I was going to say he gritted his teeth while the dentist did the filling, but if the dentist is working, it's a bit difficult to grit your teeth. And then we also use this phrase, to grit your teeth, figuratively, meaning to grin and bear it, to bite the bullet, to face up to a difficult situation and deal with it, to do something unpleasant because you've got to do it and deal with it the best that you can. This year is going to be very difficult economically, so we'll have to grit our teeth and do the best we can. Yeah? So to grit your teeth, bite the bullet, just withstand it until the end. So it's a bit like this idea of clenching your teeth. So I've gone all around the edge of this, but what is grit? Well, grit is small, loose particles of sand or stone. For example, a piece of sandpaper that you rub against a piece of wood. This has grit on its surface. When it snows, they put a mixture of grit, sand, small particles, and salt on the road to stop accidents. They grit the road. Some birds, for example, you give grit to eat because it helps with their digestion. Okay, so small particles of stone. Some shellfish, like clams, have little bits of grit in them, small inedible particles. Yeah, it's a bit gritty. So, grit. A person who's very determined. He's got grit. To grit your teeth, withstand a difficult situation and make the best of it. And then grit. Small grains of rock or sand. You could use them for an abrasive. So, let's see. Next question. How formal is this? I would give this a 5. The word grit on its own. He's got grit. Yeah, I think it might be slightly to the informal side, but you can definitely use it in an informal conversation. And I think you could say somebody's got grit in quite a formal document as well, although I think I might prefer really formally indomitable spirit. Okay? So, but generally the word grit, the particles you can use anywhere, yeah? And to grit your teeth, it's an idiom, maybe slightly informal. I think you could use this semi-formally, informally, but to grit your teeth, maybe for a very formal document, to deal with the situation as best you can. Notice as well, the verb to grit is a regular verb. They gritted the road. They have gritted the road. And what about origin? Well, there's an old English word, greot, meaning sand. So clearly the word's been in the English language for a long time. So, grit. Somebody who doesn't give up has got grit. To grit your teeth, to make the best of a difficult situation, and then grit small abrasive particles of sand or other things. So, if you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Grit.